Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, we're back with the early access for update V570, and in this video we're gonna take a first look at this guy, War Tiger, one of the Warrior of the Sky, getting ahead to the game. Is actually fully free-to-play character, guys, and yeah, it's pretty easy. You just Shell and Biometrics or the free tier 2 selector we're gonna get with the pre-registration rewards. You can actually use it on him, so he is a total free-to-play characters, and honestly is the best free-to-play characters in this update, better than Shadow Shell. Definitely we're gonna be taking a look at him in that. But before we go any further, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to enable the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when we post a new video. Go live with the live stream. We stream every Friday, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we do have a crystal giveaway in every single stream. Also, if you want to play Marvel Future Fight on PC, make sure to check the description down below and click on the link next to play Marvel Future Fight on PC. So again, like I warned you guys before any video on early access, you have to take those video with a grain of salt, because there's a reason why we call them first look at the character instead of character review. It's because the stats we have to deal with under early access are literally crap. They're shit. Netmarble does not know how to build a testing APK. Definitely, you can just see it on their live stream. They don't have any clue how to build a good account for testing. Definitely not. So takes this the achievement we're going to achieve in this video with a grain of salt. Definitely this character is going to be much stronger than you can actually see in this video. So we're going to start by taking a look at his stat sheet here. We have max cooldown, maxing or defense. He has a CTP of rage, and you can see the dodge rate is pretty low, only 54%. His critical rate is fine because he does get a critical rate from his fourth skill as active skill, which is very useful. His critical damage is total crap. 144% won't allow us to actually see the full benefit of this character. So definitely the lacking of the dodge and the critical damage is really gonna be hurting the testing in this video. Obviously he has 19,297 physical attack. He is obviously a physical attack character, and don't know if it's a bug, but the first gear, they give us energy attack on it. I have no clue if they did that on purpose or they are just stupid, but yes, they put energy attack on this first gear, which is wow, and wow. We were laughing at that on the live stream when we first took a look at this character. That's pretty funny. Anyway, you can see gear 25 euro on each gear. Physical attack and dodge is actually the main focus on this character, on his gear, obviously. If we look at his ESO set, he's running with Power Up Angry Hulk set bonus stage 6 in effect. So 8.5% all attack, all defense critical rate, 7.7% attack speed, 8.1% ignore defense, activation rate, 12% chance when attacking, plus a 20% increase of all attack for 20 seconds with a cooldown time of 60 seconds. This CTPF rate we got on him give him 19.6% critical rate, 23.7 dodge, and then we get the max stats on the CTPF rage, which is 0.9% damage per 1% dodge rate and critical rate, and ignore bust damage decrease by 60%. Now if we look at his skills, first this skill is level 2, so we do have the invincibility on this skill. Next level will be to give us critical rate, and eventually debuff removal, then eventually critical damage. You know, that's pretty much how it works. It's random. Well, each character's at a specific order where they're actually getting their buff. So each character is gonna get invincibility, critical rate, debuff removal, critical damage, and I have no clue what is the last one. You can see is decrease of all defense increase, but does not have ignore immunity, so we don't even give a shit about that because it's only good for Shadowland pretty much. So right now we do have invincibility on this skill, which can actually be quite useful, although survivability is not really an issue for this character. Look at his tier 2 passive. He gains super armor, which is awesome for wall boss ultimate and Shadowland, obviously. And he enhance effect of skill of Earth of War, which is tier 1 passive, which instead of being 1% recovery on max HP every seconds, when below 90%, it's become 30%. So it's a little bit like a weak Wolverine. If I can compare it in survivability, I mean, Wolverine gets more healing than him. His leadership is total trash, decreased skill 2 down by 24%. Goods for new players, though it's always useful. First skill, nothing special. Second skill, nothing special. Third skill, a stun. Shadowland content again. Nothing special against Wall Boss Ultimate on this skill. Fourth skill is the most important skill of all of it. You get all attack increased by 35%, speed by 1%, and critical rate by 25%. So since we have 47% critical rate plus that 25%, that give him 72% critical rate. So you can see I don't worry about the critical rate with the CTP of Rage at all. Then you get a fifth skill. Fifth skill gives you immunity damage to all damage for 6 seconds with a cooldown time of 9 seconds if you do have max skill cooldown, and apply to all enemies. Stun 2 seconds, fear 3 seconds, bind 3 seconds. So this is a lot of CC for either Alliance Conquest if you face team without debuff removal, or Shadowland when you face anything in Shadowland. That's going to be an amazing skill to be used in there. Now, which skill is actually the best skill for him? I did not do enough testing to actually know that, so we're gonna jump in the Wall Boss Ultimate. Obviously it's gonna be Proxima testing here, since he's mainly physical attack. That's the best place to actually test him. So we're gonna go against Proxima, and we're gonna see what he can do. We're gonna do stage 46, see how it does there. As a team up, what we're gonna give him, well, in the first test run, we're gonna give him that, and a wasp. So we have the debuff removal, we don't get annoyed. Then when we do the second run, we're gonna replace wasp with Valkyrie here to do the actual clear. Because at first, I want to do a clear without, you know, the 100% defense down that we get from Weapon X and extra damage from Negasonic and Deadpool, you know, to actually see the raw damage. Then we're gonna switch to the full striker team and the real support, and then we're gonna see what he can actually achieve at that point. So let's get started here. We're gonna try to figure out the rotation a little bit better. I think the fifth skill was actually, and the fourth skill were the best damaging ability if I remember right, but we're gonna have to see. So we got this skill here. This skill, again, when you want to use it, normally you want to use it when there are 2 seconds left on your proc, so you can actually get initial damage and ending damage on that skill. That's how you usually want to use it. So here we got a fourth skill, then a fifth skill. Yeah, fifth skill seems to be doing the most damage. Obviously, without the actual defense down, it's hard to do any damage here, obviously. So we're not seeing real damage here until we can actually bring the full package with the defense down. So here we get the proc, and there we go. We're gonna start with that skill. Hopefully we get a proc at the end of it, but you can see without Weapon X, this guy is not doing that much damage. So Weapon X is gonna be a must. Its fourth skill seems to be the skill that does the most damage, so if you do have a CTP of energy, I guess the fourth skill will be the way to actually do it. And there we go. We're gonna stop here 1 minute. So if we compare to, for example, Sunbird was at 11 bar at this point, but Sunbird has his own fire resistance down up to 40%, so that give him a 40% advantage on War Tiger without you know, defense down strikers and that. So I think this is actually a pretty solid run here. Now we're gonna switch to the full strikers and support team, and we're actually gonna see the difference in damage too. So we're gonna pop a Valkyrie in here for the 45% increase all damage, plus I think we have insight on Valkyrie, 15% insight on Valkyrie. Then we'll bring the defense down, which is gonna increase our critical damage too, which is gonna be pretty damn nice, to be honest. So we're gonna see how fast it actually clear this Wall Boss Ultimate. On stage 45 with Sunbird, we were able to to clear Proxima in about 105 seconds, or 1 minute 45 seconds. Or 35, yeah, 1 minute 45 seconds. So we're gonna see the difference here. Obviously, this guy is a free to play, so he should be doing a little bit less damage. And we miss, he strike with this guy apparently. Oh, you can see with defense down, this is a whole different new character. You can see a lot more damage with that defense down, a lot more. That 4th skill, when you have that defense down, actually do quite a good amount of damage here. So it's pretty much just spam the skill here since we have a CTP of Rage. We're not worrying. Oh, you can see here we got CC. So that can happen. That definitely can happen. But other than that, we're not doing bad at all in consideration of the stats we do have. Pretty strong character. There we go. This skill here. Trying to get the proc. Sometimes it's hard to get the proc on that CTP of Rage, which totally sucks. So basically we want to try to get the proc, then jump in with the 4th skill. If you do have a CTP of energy, you want to use the proc onto your 4th skill. You want to use your 4th skill when your proc is about to pop, pretty much. That's pretty much how I see it. Now you can see here the proc does not want to happen. It's still gonna go full up with this skill, and boom, we're gonna use the tier 2.5 skills. We're getting a pretty decent amount of damage here. There we go. You can see the difference when we actually get to use that skill. So it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Looks like he's gonna be a little bit weaker than Sunbird was, which is not bad. Still a stage 45, 46 here with the stats we actually have. It's actually the equivalent of stage between stage 60 and 70, which is pretty damn good for a free-to-play character, to be honest. Not many free-to-play characters can actually say they can achieve that. So it's pretty nice. You can see that 4th skill is a lot of damage. That 3rd skill too actually did a lot of damage here, which was actually pretty nice. Then we got CC again, but we're surviving. You can see the survivability is not something we really have to deal with. Its survivability is pretty amazing, to be honest. And there, let's finish that. So under 90 seconds. Under 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes 27 seconds actually, to do a full clear with trash stats and what can I say else? Trash stats and really bad proc. So I think that's actually a pretty solid clear. So definitely this guy's going to be standing between stage 60 and 90. 60 and 70, pretty easy if you build them properly. I think with the CTPF energy is actually going to be pretty solid too, since his 4th skill does a lot of damage by itself, and you can see here we get 26 CCF, and CCF is actually higher drop rate now. Not higher drop rate, but the amount you get when it actually drops have a chance to go up to I think 39 or 40, which is a difference compared to before it was 29 or 30. So you can now have more CCF per day, which is actually pretty nice. I had a drop of 38 on a basic drop like this 26 here yesterday on early access. So definitely it's going to be easier to get characters to tier 3, and I'm seeing it in all the videos now during that early access, so you guys who didn't watch a previous video actually know about it. Anyway guys, let me know what you think of this characters. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Give me your feedback in the comment section, guys. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed the content, and on that guys, I will see you next time.